Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. The time for talk is over as we are just mere moments away from the Super Bowl. Two teams now have a chance to prove they are the best. It's the Conquistadors going up against the Steelers.
Larry, it has been a wild ride through this 2019 NFL season. Plenty of plot twists and turns at every step. But it all comes to a conclusion tonight as we welcome you to Super Bowl 54 from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. The first Super Bowl of the new decade, Super Bowl 54, is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Watch right there. Watch right there.
Here we go.
Yeah.
On first down, Wentz. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
A gain of 3, second down.
Get there. Woo! Yeah, baby. Yeah.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Working from the gun, Wentz.
Four down.
He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 at enemy territory. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Hey, watch the left.
Here we go.
Wentz now on first down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Go.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. That one, 28 yards on the ground.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Stephon Tuitt able to use that strength and get him for a loss of 2. Wentz to throw on second down. Steps away to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
This opening drive has taken him to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Wentz. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. they can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives.
Watch right. We got right.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Here
we go.
On first down, it's Goff. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. And it's caught. Touchdown. A big play there. 50 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. The partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening, but they found the opening and exploited it.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
Check. Lucky.
On second down, Freeman. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And Ingram holds it in. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw a short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. From the gun, it's Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. That'll bring up second down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Ramp. Here we go.
Check.
Wentz will try again on second down. Flushed out right. Now he'll let this one go. Deep left sideline. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. To throw, it's Wentz. That's taken in by the rookie Josh Malone. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play for the defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Freeman a first down and more. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
Well, partner, that's another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now back out comes the offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Gone. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork. Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. To throw is Goff. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So it'll be first down here after the run.
Tight end right, tight end right.
Here we go.
Goff now looks to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Now Goff. Ebron with it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Mexico City football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
White 20. It's hot.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
White 20. Horrible. Orange.
They can't handle it.
Here's Goff.
Big edge. Come.
And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Past the 20. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown.
Ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably really wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football, football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen, but everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now Wentz. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. So they're operating in the red zone.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And he finds a man on the crossing route. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
To throw is Wentz. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Jadeveon Clowney. Able to use that strength and get him for a loss of 2. The offense on third down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Go.
Here's Wentz to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Pump it up. Let's get loud.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That's it, baby. Larry. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. This complete to Jones. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 49. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Easy work, and it's coming again.
From the 50, it's gone.
Pick it up.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
One thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Merlin. Mike 5-2.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone.
Don't let him breathe.
Found his target. It's Anderson. 17 yards on the pickup there and also a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL?
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's do it. It's yours.
Sunday. Hey, Lou. Hey, kill. Hey, Forto, kill.
Great. Good job, guys.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Freeman again, first down carry. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4.
Watch the run.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Buying time to his left. Finding some room at midfield. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. He's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
You don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
Wentz now on first down. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Strong right.
On second down, here's Wentz. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Ram. Go.
Now Wentz on third down. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. A big hit. Knocked out sideways. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Gostkowski's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we send you now to Orlando and our Tiburon studios, where Larry Ridley's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, baby. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
White 20. Horrible.
Check 24.
Here's Goff now on second down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
From the gun on third down, Goff. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down.
Value 3.
They're going to go for it. It's gone. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 21 that time. And that enables him to also pick up the first. Here's Goff. Dancing to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Watch left.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. The throw on second down is gone. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And last time, decent field position through the pick six, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time.
Because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Value three.
Goff on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They go play action here on first down. Forced out to his left. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 45. There he goes right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense ready to head back out there. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half. Okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. Wait a second, they did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. That kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Wentz. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And now they call on Stephen Gostkowski. His career-long 57 yards set just a year ago. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught right side by Anderson. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
52 boys, 52.
Kill.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Caught left side, Hopkins. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I'll just figure there's something wrong with the football.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Goff now looking to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looks pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Fresh set of downs here.
Here we go. Tight right.
White 20.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Here we go on 1st and 15.
Roger. Go.
Here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
Strong right. Hey, check.
White 20.
Hey, back 52.
Here's Goff.
Got nothing to this.
That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big wide.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Eric Ebron, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. DeForest Buckner able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long.
Hey, watch the right. Watch the right.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
I'm gonna hit you
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go.
Throwing is Wentz. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Here we go.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right to the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, a line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Tight end right.
Wentz to throw again. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Crash down.
Jarvis Landry, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are you going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Who's on 85? Come on, baby. Let's get this.
On 1st down, it's gone. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And it's caught. Touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And his guys are able to get a score back.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we've reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsey? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
Even with the good gain, I thought they might accept that one.
Yeah, you thought maybe they'd go with the downs as opposed to the yardage. So if you're taking the yardage now, 2nd and less than 5, that tells me you feel good about how your offense is working.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. He completes it to Julio Jones. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. So the offense has it first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. To throw is Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight.
Go.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Watch the run.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Flushed out under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight. Here's Marquette King now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Taken in at the 11th. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Break. Watch left. Watch left. I got him.
Here we go.
Now a first down throw. Gone. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And now here is another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he's got room. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
You better figure, whatever the reason is, you better figure it out. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderado. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter. Still not afraid to throw it, as they show there. And Freeman lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Strong left. Strong left.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Cut. White.
On first down, Goff. And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a second down.
Man out.
Clock.
Watch safety creep.
12.
Watch safety creeping.
20. On second down, here's Goff.
Safety creep.
And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now,
and he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down.
Check 99. Check 99.
Run. Hey, Lou. Kill.
Back him up. Back him up.
After the penalty, Here's Freeman. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Devontae Freeman, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Steelers offense is running away with this one. And it's up and good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if I kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. He's going to air one out.
Here we go.
And, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
Outside coming. Outside coming.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So call off the pick six.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
From the gun, here's Goff. Steps away, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. And here we go on 1st and goal.
Single. Key 39.
Out of the gun. Gone. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Back to throw. Goff. They're too much here. He's going down. Myles Jack coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7.
Boom! That's how we do it.
Time for a break. We're back to crown a champion after this. After the sack, they come up on 3rd and goal from the 18.
Watch right. Time to go. Night.
Here's Goff. And now here is another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
That's what I'm talking
Yet
about.
another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. Checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The Pittsburgh Steelers have won the Super Bowl.